Yeah.
Neutrons?
But
Electrons?
protons and
Electrons?
what?
Well,
Neutrons.
neutrons?
Neutrons and protons that block them, which was very important because these satellites we were working on went through the Van Allen belt, which is a highly, highly concentrated radiation area, and they sent one of the ones through without the blocker on it, and it degraded about 50%, and we couldn't. That would ruin the life of the unit, the life of the satellite. It went from about a 5-6 year life to about 3.5 year life, and we wanted the 5 year life out of these satellites. So we had to do something about the getting the UV blocker back on the satellite. So we had to do a lot of testing, had to do a lot of research on what kind of a blocker we put back on, how we would put it back on, where we would test it. And it took me to a lot of places. It took me to Harvard University because they had a nuclear bombardment system. It took me to Seattle, Washington, Boeing aircraft. They had a bombardment unit. We had one at GE, but not as elaborate as Harvard and Seattle, Boeing. So I was carrying these things back and forth, wearing a nuclear badge whenever I went into testing, so they didn't give me too much of a dose. But it was very interesting. About right before I was ready to retire, I was on my last unit, checking it out, getting it ready to come back into the GE, and they gave me. Because my boss thought I did a great job, and I was Employee of the Year, or of the quarter, and they gave me money and recognition, dinner dance. With your mother and I went down on a Pusher and had a lot of good comment, a lot of good recognition for the job well done.
When you got the badge?
I also worked on what my group worked on, but I had a help in on the pneumatics for the Land Rover. They, for some reason, picked our group. They were having trouble with the pneumatics, and the pneumatics was an important part for this thing to travel on the moon. I guess they had hydraulic lifts on it and what have you, and most of everything that worked was basically through pneumatics, hydraulics. So we worked on that and about 4 months, and that went well also. I also got accommodation for working on a unit that was replaced from the shuttle. They took this unit up and put it on one of the satellites that was broken, and took the satellite, brought it into the bay of the shuttle, took off the electronic section, put the new electronic section back, took it out, and put it on space. And there was about 8 or 10 of us got a accommodation award for this, and a dinner at GE, up in GE, which was a lot. Filet mignon and lobster tail, which was unheard of these people buying that for their workers. But I think NASA was part of it. NASA gave us a big accommodation. A year later, they invited us, at the year anniversary, they invited me and Mom, me and all the husbands and wife down to NASA Space Center down in Maryland, Greenbelt, Maryland. And again, we had a dinner and recognition, and it was very, very interesting. Met all the people that flew on the mission that took the repair module up there, which was very, very interesting.